Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Louisiana, the Honorable Billy Nungesser.
Wow. Thank you so much. Sit down, please. Thank you. Thank you. Before I get started, I'd like to ask Sharon and Sharon to come up, our two retirees. I have just a little something special for you. I've only been doing this 2 years, but throughout this room, the love and passion that each of you have for this state, for this industry, these two ladies are special. They've been at it so long, and I can't imagine how they were when they first started, to still have this much love and passion to the last day that they are retired. And so, knowing what they've taught me in the short time I've been here, and that they still have that love and passion, I just want to recognize both of them with a little gift from me. So if you'll come up and let me give you something, I really want to thank you. Don't cry. And Kyle, I didn't bring you any flowers, but thank you for your leadership, and truly taught me so much. And we're going to miss you in Baton Rouge, but we look forward to working with you in your new position. And I want to recognize the staff here at the hotel and the servers, and especially the ladies at the Bloody Mary bar. And Jeff, the voice, you know, that voice behind the curtain. I always think of Wizard of Oz, but thank you for always being here for us. And if you would, please help me thank my staff. We've got a lot of new members here. I'm not going to introduce everybody, but they make it a pleasure to go to work every day and all they do. So Julie and the team, thank y'all so much. We've got a lot of new staff, and I hope you get a chance to visit with them. And I've got to mention that, Mark, you made me promise to do this, that the New York Times picked New Orleans as the #1 place to visit in 2018. So, and Julie, not only for the tourism industry, your love and passion it's contagious. There's some people that run for office and only do what they have to do to get reelected. And then there's people that do all they can to improve the quality of life for the state and the people. And Julie, every day I see you do that and making a difference, so thank you. And before I go into the new branding and how we did this, I want to mention that we are looking at, we talked a little bit about the film industry and the importance to Louisiana. But one thing we've never looked at is what is the importance of the film industry to tourism. You know, people come to Louisiana to see where movies were shot, like Steel Magnolia, and where people got shot, like Bonnie and Clyde. And as we venture to look into a new movie trail to guide those people around Louisiana to those special places, we thought it was important every year, being the good conservatives that I am, we say, is the tax credit really worth it? We look at the studies, but we've never tried to put our hands around what is that value to the tourism industry. Every time they say NCIS New Orleans, that has a value to our industry. every time someone comes here to go see where a movie was shot. So we are working to try to find the perfect firm to quantify that and tell us what is that value, which will be another tool in our toolbox to help us justify the tax breaks to the movie industry, and I think it will come back overwhelming. Now, I wanted to put a small presentation together to tell you how we came up with the new brand. You know, when I got elected, people said, well, Billy, what's going to be the new brand? And I said, I don't have a clue. First off, I'm not changing it right away, because Jay Darden, I still got to go to him to get money. And before we change it, I got to get his thumbs up. But passion, pick your passion, serves everyone in this room well. Lord knows we have the passion. But we wanted to make sure we stepped out and found what best describes Louisiana. And if you bear with me, I'm going to go through an overview of the process we went through, because I want you to understand how we did this. It wasn't my idea. It wasn't a group of 3 or 4. We went through a process, and we made a good business decision and let the data drive us, because I want you to feel, as I feel about this new brand, that we did all we could to make sure it represented Louisiana. I want to thank Miles Media and the team that put this together. It was truly driven by the data and not by anybody's thoughts or ideas. We also had George Zimmerman on the team. Now, George was the one that came up and worked on creating Pure Michigan. And we all know what that brand has done for that state. So we were glad to have his input and him leading the team of experts that we used to make this happen. Now, if you look at the image study, and we did this in Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, our numbers are pretty strong against our competitors. We far outweighed our competitors in exciting adult vacation experience, unique, and only ranked lower in worry-free sightseeing, sports, recreation, affordable, and climate. So we had some strong numbers. And then the image study, where people that have actually visited Louisiana, you can see we outpaced by a greater margin a lot of our competitors. So we were real encouraged as we went through this process of the enthusiasm from the people we marketed to. The industry survey, the travel promotion, we sent out a survey. We had a 15% respond. So that was pretty good when you ask people to go through and spend time doing a survey. So thank all of you that submitted, and we took all that data as well to put it into this big gumbo and come up with what our new brand will be. If you look at the industry survey, there were 5 traits that really sold Louisiana. And remember, the people that did the survey from all over Louisiana. But still, New Orleans, Cajun, and culinary fun kept coming to the top. Those are 3 things that identified Louisiana. So it shows that strong base that New Orleans always presence has when we look at promoting Louisiana. Passionate, outdoorsy, those things as well played into how we came up to this new brand. Now, I want you to look. These are 11 of the stakeholders that we interviewed extensively to get their feelings. Now, they look like leaders in the tourism industry. I think they look like a bunch of convicts in those pictures, but other than that. But I'm going to let you see a little bit of how that transpired and how we did the interviews to get an idea what people think about Louisiana.
Louisiana should promise to deliver Southern hospitality. And again, I know that that's something that gets used repeatedly, but I think is apt. And I think it's true across all of Louisiana.
When I think of the core value of Louisiana, what is that promise that I want to make to a visitor? And it is the people.
Yeah, the mystique, But I must say the mystique is more New Orleans than the mystique is Louisiana. There's nothing better than having a Café de Montpellier in Jackson Square when the fog's rolling in at about 2 o'clock in the morning.
So on the local side, you wanted to capture your community because you want it to be something that your community can get behind and embrace.
So the 5 areas that I think of, the 5 words or phrases that I think of when I think of Louisiana is culture, absolutely number 1, culture. The warmth and friendliness of the people who live here, the beautiful outdoor aspects, and of course music and food. So if I only had 5, those would be the ones that I would say, to me, describe Louisiana in a very short number of words.
It is Louisiana's foreign country. I mean, the U.S. is foreign country. I mean, as far as Louisiana is concerned, there's no other place in the United States like this place.
I feel like that is the real, I guess, real hidden jewel. And those are in today's tourism markets. Everybody wants an experience. They want to come back. They don't just want to see the Eiffel Tower. They want to have some sort of unique experience, and that's where I think our huge value is.
So, I mean, the brand for Louisiana, I think, ultimately is unique. Cajun, I think, is a big piece of it to me, particularly the area that I represent, but not only just Cajun, Creole, ultimately the people. But it's hard to brand, you know, everybody thinks they have great people, but when you get here, it's really something you can't explain. We're very hospitable.
One of the things that I always go back to that I think is so Louisiana is that we can be having lunch and we're already talking about dinner. You know, we'll be eating and we're already talking recipes, where our food is a major part of who we are.
You know, it's that Southern hospitality that people talk about, and there is something about Louisiana where people make you feel like you've known them forever within a few minutes.
You're traveling to Louisiana, you're getting on that plane, wherever you are, the things that you think about are the music, the food, the culture, and what that makes you feel like, you know? I mean, people come here, they have a sense of adventure.
It's got a strength about it to me that just is above our competition. And if we could just get that story stated in some way, that we are so different from what you're going to experience in any other state. And I've been to most of them. I've even marketed some of them. And I came back home.
So next we looked at the focus groups from visitors to see what they would say, and Downs and St. Germain Research conducted the focus groups and delivered the final report on that. So we looked at the 3 domestic key areas, Dallas, Atlanta, and Denver. And then we also wanted to get some input from abroad. So we went to Toronto in Canada, and we used several different groups, the younger age, the older people, and we even did one of the focus groups in Mandarin. So we would have some foreign-speaking people weigh in on what they thought of Louisiana, or what Louisiana should be, or what would excite them about coming to Louisiana. So we looked across a broad area to get focus groups. It brought the price up a little bit, but as the feedback we got is we wanted to make sure we left nothing on the table in truly trying to discover this new brand for Louisiana. So let's hear from the first impressions for some of the focus groups, just a little short piece.
As a person who is Louisiana, tell each other about it.
Louisiana's fun, outgoing.
She's an artist and a musician, same thing, loves to cook.
She's a she?
Yeah, she's a she, for sure.
I didn't know what to say, so I just said they.
I said Louisiana has strong southern roots with accent stories, old money, songs, and gossip. And then when Louisiana wants to attract people, she opens up the bars, spreads out bright colors and beads, and attracts people to more ornate things like the houses and graveyards.
Louisiana is a bold and magical woman. She walks with grace and her confidence oozes through the roof. She's a party within herself, always active, always dancing, always singing, and making others feel good. Louisiana can also cook the most delightful food. She gives you the Creole culture mixed with soul and good spices, and she also loves to have people around and make them come back over and over.
But I said that she is passionate about what she likes. When she parties, it's full throttle. When she's with family, she's loyal, and it's about the food and the time together. She's unapologetic for being different.
I wrote, Louis looks like a 6 or a 7 on the attractiveness scale, but he makes up for it with his fun and vivacious personality because he likes to party.
那个对他的情感呢？都聊到情感，这不是写的情感吗？
So, what is Louisiana? She's social, she's loyal, she's proud, she's spiritual, she's a little irresponsible, and she knows how to let her hair down. So, from that, they focused in on 6 versions of Louisiana. Those are the final 6 that were chosen, and from that, we came to the one. And the group that put this all together, Miles, and Vito's here today. Is he with us? Thank you very much. Let's give him a hand. Team did an incredible job of bringing the best of the best together to make this happen. But never before, when they narrowed it down, did everyone agree on one brand, on one logo. And so it was pretty incredible how this all came together, because I was sitting in the room saying, what in the heck are they going to come up with? But unanimously, the winner was, here it is, Louisiana, Feed Your Soul. So y'all will get the t-shirts when you leave today. And a couple other quick things. We're going to play a little meaning behind Feed Your Soul. So take a look at this.
Mention Louisiana, and images of Mardi Gras, jazz clubs, and late-night revelry are most likely the first things that come to mind. But there is far more to Louisiana than the Crescent City. And likewise, New Orleans is much more than the French Quarter and Fat Tuesday. Louisiana is a land of contrasts. Its different regions vary in physical appearance, from gentle rolling hills and lakes in the north to bayou swamps and the Gulf of Mexico in the south. Perhaps there is no better example of contrast than Louisiana's culture. Here, the American South meets French heritage. The result? A genteel Southern pace enveloped by a zest for life. And it's that pursuit of enjoyment that threads throughout Louisiana. Dancing to Zydeco in a local music hall, spicy boiled crawfish and the dare of how hot, casting a reel and hooking a fat bass, flying through a sea of grass on an airboat, the uneasy and mysterious thrill of touring a haunted antebellum home at night, the sound of jazz, blues, and soul drifting from back alleys and open doors. And yes, the craziest party in America, perhaps even the world. Louisiana isn't for spectators. It's for participants. For those that want to feed their soul and not only live the moment, but to become the moment. Here, excitement is a constant pursuit, and one that's easily found. Louisiana, feed your soul.
I get goosebumps every time I watch that. We're really excited about everyone that worked so hard on this and excited about rolling it out. We will be rolling it out on Mardi Gras Day in 4 markets: Atlanta, Houston, Dallas, and I myself will be in Washington, D.C. And we will have food trucks in each of those areas wrapped. We'll be giving out king cake, Mardi Gras beads with the new logo, and we inviting partners to come with us if you're not for taking in a Mardi Gras Day parade that day in your city. Join us in one of these cities to help roll out this new brand that we know will be exciting and lead us into an even brighter future. And when you leave, there will be packets for you to pick up all the data for you to absorb, as well as a packet that will tell you how we're going to use the brand and the restricted colors, the sizes, and it's so important that we follow those rules as we go forward. The recommendation is we use it in black and white for the first 3 years so it really sinks in, and there's a whole new packet on the size and how we use it and in what contents we don't or don't use it. So make sure you pick one of those up and let's feed your soul in Louisiana. Thank you.